Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Dreary Erie. Or, welcome here if this is your first time. Uh, we're going to be playing Crusader Kings 2 today. Um, this is going to be a Noob Island playthrough. Noob Island, of course, refers to this little green patch of land here known as Ireland. For those of you who don't know, Crusader Kings 2 is a grand strategy game created by Paradox Entertainment, a group hailing from Svithjod over here. That is modern day Sweden. So, yes, this is going to be a Noob Island game, that is to say, starting in Ireland, but in the year 867. Roughly the beginning of King Harald Fairhair's conquests over here in Ostlanda, which I'm assuming is completely in no way a coincidence or anything. Already has a wife. Okay, so we are going to be playing as the strongest king in Ireland, of course, King Ead of Midda, though the reason for this isn't more so because of his power, but mostly because his successor from the Tanistry is Chief Flann Sinna. Now, for those of you who aren't knowledgeable about Irish history, aka most of you, you can see here that Flann Sinna has a claim on the Kingdom of Ireland. The only problem with this is that the Kingdom of Ireland doesn't exist. Well, essentially our plan is to probably reenact history. You see here, as we can look from the history of this title, Flann Sinna's father, Malsechnal, created was the High King of Ireland, and Flann Sinna, in actual history, is supposed to become one as well. The problem with High Kingships in Ireland is the tendency of them to fall apart when the High King died. So, we're going to use Ead as a springboard to the eventual High Kingship. So, we have an unmarried heir in the form of Cananon, but we can't do anything about it because he's in Flann Sinna's court. That doesn't matter because we don't really care about our heir at all. Our only goal is to make sure that Flann Sinna ends up being our heir, which is not difficult. So our goal is to essentially get Flann Sinna to heirdom, so to speak, which won't be hard if we give him Ead's support. Now let's see. Ead's stats are pretty decent. He's not probably going to become King of Ireland, so we can wait on that and try for something simpler, such as improving his intrigue, which is somewhat poor. And we can't do anything about our unmarried heir. So we're starting off tribal, and there is a big war going on over here in England for the territory of Northumbria. Unless a miracle happens, and let's say Earl Alfred of Dorset is able to pull off a major victory, it looks as though Aethelred's not that good of a military commander, they'll fall rather easily, because even when they make a big alliance, the Norse tend to destroy them. So, full disclosure, I'm not actually that good at this game, so don't expect too much from me. I'm just going to try to raise my Demesne size here, and immediately begin trying to take land in Ulster. So we either have our choice of attacking Tirhonel or attacking Ula. I fear that Ula might end up being attacked by the Vikings from Suthriyar, which if that is the case, we really can't do anything about it. So I'm going to see if I can try to declare on Tirhonel first. Obviously, they don't like me there. Oh, he's a title claimant. What a bastard. Mildora has no Wikipedia link either, so fuck this guy. He's one of our kinsmen. He's of our dynasty. We're going to try to, of course, make a claim on his land, because it seems as though he can make a claim on ours, so we don't want him to be doing that. Let's see. We could do some scheming. We'll study technology, I suppose. Very odd that the Scandinavians just seem to be so far ahead of us in terms of technology, but whatever, we'll live with it. Not a very good religious leader, but will improve religious relations with the papacy, as everyone does, and then we will begin, and we'll see how this starts out. As I said, there's going to be... Ooh, Donald MacAid is now... Donald MacAid, rather. No, I do like making the sound. So whenever a C comes up, I try to go but doesn't really work in this case. Donald MacAid is now of legal age. He became a thrifty clerk. Interesting. He's an unlanded son. We don't have any land to give him, so we're going to tell him to fuck off. For the most part, I actually want Aid to die rather quickly. I could just make him a general and send him into battle hoping he'd die. But again, the problem is that our Tanist right now is cannon on, and what we need is for it to be Flann Sinna. So we're going to go here. As you can see, we have an agnetic Tanistry. Jesus. Damn it, Flann, why can't you support yourself? You see, in the, if I were playing as Flann Sinna, I would of course be supporting myself. But that's not the case. Instead, I am going to nominate him to be my successor. And again, yes, it doesn't necessarily make all that much sense. The thing is, he has a strong claim to the Kingdom of Ireland, which does not exist, and I'm going to have to create it anyways. It's more for flavor reasons that I'm doing this. I essentially want to, you know, just make him a... you know, I want to make him a king as though he was in real history. Now, this is an interesting little thing here. The general wisdom is everyone marries Carlings at some point, because Carlings are really easy to get. I've yet to find a really bad reason to not marry into the Carlings, except for because Charles the Bald just gives his kids to everyone, except not in this case. Well, we just got thoroughly rejected, as you would expect from a minor chief in Ireland. Obviously, they found a better offer, but that's obviously what you'd expect for like a minor king from a minor chieftain from Ireland. See, there we go. Damn it, Flann, you're just kind of a piece of shit. But that just happens to be it. I didn't think we could... Yeah, okay. So, interesting. But yeah, Flann's pretty offensive, as really should be the case when you think about it. Honestly, an Irish chieftain should not really have that much pull. But I have seen, when I was playing my game with Flann Sinna, he had a lot of people that were willing to marry him, oddly enough. So as you can see, we have failed at basically getting anyone. Let's go for a minor marriage. I don't know. There you go. Now that's more on Flann's level. A minor, like, courtier marriage. That sounds about right. We're not playing for any big alliances right now. Though I believe we can ally with Constantine. Yeah, we can ally with King Constantine of Scotland immediately. I don't know if I want to get pulled into his Viking war. What the fuck is this? 49% in favor of King Aella of Northumbria? What the hell is going on? This can't stay. There's no way this is going to keep happening. Okay. So what's going on here? Why is Aella winning his wars? Oh, no, he's starting to lose them. Yeah, he seemed to... Oh, I know what happened. What happens in this game is the AI doesn't really group together that much. The Norse AI does. So what happened is the English allies pulled off some swift victories early on, but then the Norse started up a death stack and just destroyed them. My work tasks bore me. Conversations with my courtiers bore me. Everything bores me. I need something new and exciting in my life. Some hunting will cheer me up. We started early. The sun had barely risen above the horizon. There was plenty of prey. The dogs caught many rabbits, and I slew one great boar before he killed my horse. That day has been great. It's funny, boar hunting actually comes up a lot in Irish mythology and such. uh, actually. Right, we're tribal, so what we can do is go around and try to raid some people, but we're poor as hell and we're not very big. By chance, you have learned that an old tailor in Tier Owen once worked as a spy master for local noblemen many years ago. The stories of his deeds and exploits are the stuff of legends. If even half of it is true, then this man could surely teach you a thing or two about intrigue. I will seek him out. As you visit the tailor in his modest shop, the harmless-looking little man feigns ignorance, and for a moment you wonder if you have the wrong place. He kindly turns to fetch you some tea, but then suddenly, before you can react, he is standing behind you with a knife at your throat. "Who sent you?" he hisses into your ear. "No one, I only wish to learn from you." After questioning you, the old man is satisfied that you're not there to kill him. He grudgingly agrees to teach you some of his tricks if you promise to keep the secret of his past to yourself. Agreed. I'm a goddamn chieftain, and I'm just going along with this shit. It's really weird. Full disclosure here, though we're going to be friends with good old King Constantine because he is stronger than us, I fully plan to backstab his dynasty in the future. Malmura's pregnant, not bad. I fully plan to backstab him in the future due to the fact that our countries are going to come into conflict with each other, and given that I'm not that good at this game, Scotland tends to get somewhat threatening later on. My arbitrariness just cost me several gold coins. Why? I can't exactly tell. Aya didn't give much in the way of, wow. You've studied long and hard on the old spy master in your spare time, and he has taught you much about the game of cloak and dagger. Your intrigue has improved. I do not fear the dark. And that was a quick way to improve intrigue. We now suck slightly less. Okay. Now we'll improve our stewardship, as we should. In hopes of, I don't know, perhaps holding more land after a while. You know, we're just trying to fabricate that claim. I could have my steward do something. He's a pretty shit steward, though. A son was born to King Ead of Midda and Prince Malmura of Scotland named Niall. Yeah, so that's why we have the alliance with Scotland, just so you know, because we do have Malmura. Yes! We've gained the Hunter trait. Hunter's a pretty good one because it does generally raise your combat proficiency. But looking at Aed, he's only a half-decent commander, but that's not what really matters. Having a higher martial skill will also increase our Demesna levy size. It's the reason why someone like Alfred of Dorset, if he ends up becoming king of Wessex, will become so formidable. Flanshina has sent me a message saying that our reinforcements are going well. Now I'm feeling confident because of the increase in our martial skill that we might have a large enough force to actually go and raid some Irish counties. Ooh, betrothed can marry. Dvorkala MacMorgan. Okay. It doesn't give me anything, but I'm going to do it anyways because why the fuck not? Okay, this is important. Donald Double MacAid, I hope that's kind of what his name is pronounced like, needs to be educated. We're going to want to educate him properly. I'm going to say in the art of stewardship. So I'm going to look for someone who's a decent steward. The best one is the bishop. Maybe we can get him to become a very devout Christian as well. Very nice. Are the Scots still at war? Yes, they are. At this point, it couldn't really hurt to enter into the alliance, though. Halfdan Whiteshirt. Yeah, we're going to lose this war, but going to form the alliance anyways. Oh, yeah, he doesn't even call us into the war. Very nice of him. I guess it's because we're so pathetic, because we're not really a king. Jesus, Malmura! Having so many frickin' kids. Ooh, time to stretch those green fingers. Will somehow help my stewardship. My young wife has taken passion for romantic poetry. She keeps reading any sort of romantic poetry she can get a hold of. Get her more to read. That is her interest, not mine. She's already having enough kids. I don't really care to spend that much of my pitiful earnings. Let's go raiding! Yay! Loot, 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 loot. All right. Yeah, sure. We'll just raid tier Hunnel. That sounds good. More stewardship gained. Very nice. And now we've increased our Demesne size. Magyar nomads no more. The king of the Magyars, Almos, has decided to settle down in the Carpathian Basin, making it the new homeland of the Magyar tribes. Quite interesting. And we're going to keep this raiding going. We're actually losing money on having our troops out, so I kind of hope that this raiding is worth it. If not, it's kind of sad. Well, let's see how much we end up earning from this. 3.25. It's barely justifying itself there, and now not even that is really justified. So let's look for more territories to hopefully loot. A daughter was born to King Aed of Midda and Princess Melmura of Scotland named Dubhobleg. God damn, Ireland. You and your names. I mean, seriously. I kind of know a little bit of how to pronounce Gaelic, but that's just ridiculous. Like, I don't know how any of this stuff even works. Siege of the tribe of Braefna. Again, I think we're making money off of this. In the end, this is a net profit. Another interesting thing to note is this motherfucker, Ivar the Boneless, does have Irish territory. I believe Flanshina can probably... Well, no, I guess you can't really declare war on him. I guess we... I was wondering if we could declare, like, a holy war, but, again, Flan's claim to Ireland is essentially pointless at the moment, actually. Well, that was pretty funny. Okay. Scotland's no longer at war, but we have no one to really declare on at the moment. So that's a bit sad, but our rating is going okay. We're just raiding all of our neighbors. Not very nice people that we are. But I do like money.